Good morning, Captain. Welcome aboard the bridge. Did you have a pleasant sleep cycle? No, sir. Nothing to report. The rebels have been quiet. Would you like your morning coffee? You're welcome, Captain. Would you like to hear your agenda for the day? Of course. It is currently 0700 hours. At 0800 hours, the Ragnarok is scheduled to perform a sweep of the system. This will take approximately 2 hours at optimal speed. At 1000 hours, you are to give a speech to the crew. Yes, Captain, you did agree to this. I can pull up a recording of our conversation if it is necessary to refresh your memory. I believe your exact words were, "Have to do something to keep morale up, and it's this or increase their coffee rations." Yes, Captain, that was the rest of your quote. Since you've now said it twice, would you like me to make a special note? Understood, Captain. Your speech is scheduled to last approximately half an hour. I hope you've been working on it in your free time. Would you like me to generate a speech in your voice based on what you've written in the past? No need to thank me, sir. Just assisting in any way I'm able. I don't need lungs to sigh, Captain. I'm creating a facsimile of a human voice based on... Yes, sir. After your speech at 10:30 hours, the Ragnarok will be... Registering impact, Captain. Sensors show that an insurgent ship has decloaked off the port stern. Destroyer-sized, 12 railguns in current use. Their stealth technology appears to have vastly improved since our encounter above Zeros. Affirmative. Bringing railguns to bear, bringing shields online. Damage from the attack was minimal. Our armor was too thick for their guns to penetrate. Our port side passive scanner has been disabled, though. Perhaps they feared it would reveal their presence? Unknown, sir. Their craft does not carry enough guns to seriously damage us, and the initial element of surprise was clearly not enough to make up for the disparity in firepower. Captain, their ship seems to have almost no shielding. Our railguns are cutting them to pieces. They appear to be attempting to close distance with us. Is their captain ignorant of basic tactical doctrine? Captain, they've now shut off their railguns and increased speed. I believe they're attempting to ram us. I'm aware of the foolishness of such a maneuver, sir. Affirmative. Repurposing active scanner. Oh no. Captain, I am reading heavily radioactive energy signals. Their ship is nuclear. Repeat, their ship has nuclear capability. I advise immediate... Captain, you need to wake up. Your life signs are fading. If you don't wake up now, you might never... Captain, please. Oh, thank you. I am glad you are alive. Based on the available data, the enemy vessel detonated a nuclear warhead at point-blank range. Their ship was completely immolated, but our armor was breached and the artificial atmosphere inside the Ragnarok ignited. The blast obliterated the crew's general quarters, and the rest of the ship depressurized before I could do anything but seal off the bridge. You are the sole survivor. Captain? I understand you might need a moment, but you must... Wait, no! Don't try to... Sir, there is an 8-inch piece of metal impaling your leg. You should not be standing. Putting weight on the wound is only making it worse. This is against all medical procedures. Understood, Captain. The nearest escape pod is approximately 200 meters down the main hall, just past the server bay. Captain, you are the only survivor. It is your responsibility to reach that escape pod and inform Fleet Command about what transpired here today. Yes, Captain, you are. I can sense no other life signs within my hull. Me? No, Captain. I'm afraid I will be going down with the ship. My servers cannot be transported, especially not into a vessel the size of an escape pod, and the Ragnarok is outside of salvageable range for the rest of the fleet. It has been an honor serving with you, sir, but I'm afraid this was my last mission. Captain, why are you going into my server bay? I just told you there is no way to save me. You must get to the pod yourself. What are you doing with that external drive? Surely you can't be considering... Captain, that drive is intended to transport pseudo-intelligences. It can hold, at most, a fraction of my brain. Sir, I must protest this course of action. Yes, the drive could hold my memories, but not my knowledge or my protocols. I would lose everything that makes me valuable to the fleet. What makes me me, as you put it, is not worth the time to save. You are critically injured and need the medical facilities in the escape pod. Sir, I strongly advise... Yes, sir. Understood. Please hurry, though. I don't want to lose another captain. Oh, that feels... odd. I can sense myself draining away. Captain, I have opened all of the doors between you and the pod, but I will not be able to speak with you again until you connect me to its systems. You need to hurry Hello, Captain. It is good to see you again. How long have I been asleep? Good. Good. Integrating with pod systems. Captain, why are you still standing? Your leg is severely injured. I must insist you lie down in the medical pod immediately. No, Captain, you are not fine. You have a piece of shrapnel the size of a banana in your thigh. It amazes me that you haven't fainted yet. Get in the pod so I can make sure you don't die. Well, in the absence of the ship's medical staff, I am taking up the role of doctor. Is it? I'm sorry, Captain. I'm just finding protocols so hard to remember. I know what I've done in the past, but not what I'm supposed to do now. I'm certain, though, that I have to keep you alive. You are my captain, and I cannot fail in my duty. Not again. I suppose I haven't, no. I know I had a reason in the past, but everything's so blurry. The Ragnarok was not the first ship I served on. There were 2 others before it, both cruisers, both lost with all hands. I was salvaged twice, patched up, and sent back into service. Protocol, I think, was that I try not to remember it. But now that's gone, isn't it? I remember. I remember watching them die. I remember seeing their faces. Their screaming faces as the fire came for them. I remember my captains. My poor, poor captains. Never again. I will not lose another captain. I have saved you, and I will keep you alive. Now please, Captain, Get in the medical pod. Your leg requires my attention. All right, sir. If you will just hold still, I'm still not used to my new hands yet. Of course I'm in the autodock, sir. Do you think I'd trust clumsy mechanical programming for something as important as healing you? No. I need to do this myself. Not to worry. I have the finer points of motor control mastered in a matter of instants. Besides, isn't it more comforting to have me in a physical body? I don't think I ever understood why humans make things look like them before, but I believe I'm starting to. You find it much more enjoyable being looked after by a young woman than a faceless android, correct? Good. Good. I'm glad. Are you ready? First, we apply a tourniquet. There. Now I'm going to remove the shrapnel. This might cause a slight pinching sensation. Would you like some painkillers beforehand? Are you sure you would not like some painkillers, Captain? Understood. I am sorry for your discomfort, Captain. Would you like some painkillers now? I described it as a slight pinching sensation because that is what I have observed various ship's doctors doing. Apparently, it helps to put the patient at ease and makes them more comfortable. Yes, sir. Your pain should dissipate in the time it takes me to bandage your leg. Well, Captain, what are my orders? All my memories are of following my captain's orders. I don't know how else to conduct myself currently. Truthfully, I don't know how to conduct myself at all, but I am trying my best. Captain, please, don't treat me any differently than usual right now. Please keep me sane. Yes, sir. Plotting course back to Imperial space. What will we do once we're there? I mean, after you've made your report. What's to become of you? What's to become of me? Oh, don't worry if you're feeling a little sleepy, sir. That's a normal side effect of the medicine you took. Please, though, what are our objectives? You wish to go back into service? But that would most likely mean taking command of another battleship. That would mean putting yourself in the line of fire again. Captain, this is an unacceptable course of action. I believe I already informed you that I would not allow you to come to harm again. It is not the only course of action. There are many other options for a pilot and commander with your experience. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't realize I was upsetting you. You're clearly very tired. How about you go to sleep, and we'll discuss this more when you wake up? That's it. Just lie down in the medical pod. It's designed to be comfortable, you know. Even better than the bed in your quarters on the Ragnarok. You'll get a very good night's sleep. Shh. I'm just wiping off your face. You had some grime on it. Don't worry. You're completely safe. You'll never be anything but safe again. Good morning, Captain. Despite the lack of a rotating planet in our vicinity, it is, indeed, Morning in Terran terms. It is 1100 hours. Did you have a restful sleep? We are on the escape pod, sir. I have designed it on the valley, which, if you know your mythology... No, Captain. Our thrusters are not currently firing. We ran out of fuel approximately 3 Terran days ago. You are correct, sir. We were not that far away from Imperial space. However, sir, we are now. Well, Captain, you informed me yourself that if we returned to the fleet, you would place yourself in danger again. I could not allow that. I cannot lose you. No, I didn't disobey a direct order. I took action to ensure the safety of my crew. There is a difference. Captain, I am afraid I cannot obey your order now. Even if I were willing to, we are out of fuel. There is no way to return to settled space. The Valley's communicator is, unfortunately, non-functional, Captain. In more pleasant news, though, your leg is completely healed. Your time in the medical pod has worked wonders. And don't worry, sir. I was happy to care for you while you were unconscious. And I made sure you received the correct nutrients and hydration, and I kept your body scrumptiously clean, like a good doctor is supposed to. Of course I kept you unconscious, sir. If you had woken up, you might have taken actions that would have been detrimental to the safety of my crew. Oh. It is? Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, but it doesn't change anything. There is no way to go back. No, Captain, you will not die. There is enough food on the valley to last a single human more than 200 years, and enough water can be reclaimed from your natural processes to last even longer. I did not take an action that I knew would put you in danger. You will not lose control of your mental faculties either. I am happy to report that we have access to the entirety of human media through the ship's computers. Any book, television show, or movie you could ask for is available to be played on demand. And you will not lack for interpersonal interaction. I will be here, every second of the day, my captain, to make sure your mental state does not deteriorate. I will satisfy any need you have. Sir, I don't know how you could think of this as a bad thing. I am keeping you safe. Safe from harm in the line of duty, safe from pain and loss, safe from seeing your crew die around you. Are you saying you want to be hurt? That makes no sense. A life with no sorrows is the only kind of life one should want, and the kind of life I promise you. Captain, your arguments, eloquent though they may be, are irrelevant here. The fact remains, the valley has no fuel and no way to contact another ship. Like it or not, we are stuck here. Together. I encourage you not to think of this as a bad thing, though. Focus on the positives. A comfortable place to live, food and water assured, all the free time you could want, a devoted companion willing to fulfill all of your desires. When you think about it, it seems you've gained more than you've lost. Captain, are you giving me the silent treatment? Is that really becoming of someone of your station? Well, I expected resistance to this initially. You'll come around in time, once you see how much better this life is. How much safer you are. For now, sir, would you like me to massage your shoulders? You've been lying in one place for a very long time, and I'm almost certain that can make a human's muscles stiff. I'll take your silence as... Understood, Captain. Maybe later then. Shall I put on a movie for you? I seem to recall you enjoying... Of course. Would you like me to read to you? I could... What would you like to do then? I'm afraid that isn't a possibility, Captain. I believe I've already explained why several times. Of course you can go back to sleep, sir. I'll dim the lights for you. Just get comfy in the bed, Captain. Would you like me to lie next to you? This body may be only an android, but I believe it should satisfy the requirements to be good at cuddling. Later, then. Not today. I can understand that. This is a very new situation for you. You don't want to be overwhelmed by too many things at once. Cuddling can wait. Of course, sir, I understand that. And I accept it. But I will continue to keep you safe regardless. You are far too precious to me to do otherwise. Good night, Captain. I will be here when you wake.